So for today, we're going to be looking at the Vigilant Seraph armor set. This is the Season Pass armor set. Apologies, I haven't made a video for y'all for some time. It's just technically took a little break because Destiny 2 has been pretty terrible as of late. Today is Tuesday the 7th, which means that the new exotic mission just came out. I just finished it, and it is one of the most exotic missions of our time. It is, I don't think it's a good exotic mission. It's pretty terrible in my opinion. I'm probably gonna do a solo flawless just to do it, just because why not, but I probably will explain my thoughts on it because it is pretty terrible. But for this video, we're gonna be looking at the seasonal pass armor. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at how it looks, how it shaders, my personal thoughts, and obviously we're gonna be doing the new format. But if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe really does help, because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification, because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, here is the first set, which is the hunter set, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, now that the exotic mission is out, I understand why they went with a Seraph look. Me personally, if it was up to me, I would have gone for a dead Siva look, because in the exotic mission, which hopefully I'll have it showcased right now, there is Siva there. It's just kind of like dead. It's like not red anymore, which means it's dead. So I feel like that would have been the better solution of like just do like a dead Siva type of thing, because we could use shaders to like make it like alive again, which is gonna be not that one. I think it's over here actually. This one. We could have used something like this to make it alive again, which would have been really cool, but we ended up getting this, which I'm gonna be honest with you all, I think is pretty terrible. There are pieces here that are really cool. I think the helmet's gonna be really cool. I think the arms are super cool because it's symmetrical, which is always a dub. I think the cloak is pretty interesting as well. Other than that, surprisingly for some of you, the two pieces that I don't like are the pieces that are asymmetrical, which is going to be the chest piece that has this big ass box in the front, and then this right here. I hate this right here, unless it was on both sides, which I think would have been way good. But no, they decided to just put it on one side because someone has to be fucking original. Someone has to fucking do dumb shit like this. We'll go through shadering, and then we'll go through each piece that I think looks really cool. So shadering wise, it's pretty cool. Obviously primer is going to turn it off, glow specifically, but shaders pretty decently. There isn't like a lot that I'm like, oh my god, this shader's like dog shit. I will say that the cloak, specifically these two plates right here, do take the off colors. That is really annoying, especially if you don't like really lean into it. But there's going to be certain shaders that are just going to look amazing with it. Specifically Empirical Imperative is just really good with it. Aside from the cloak, I think the cloak taking that green, like that light like piss like green color pisses me off a little, but like everything else takes it so well. So that's kind of like the only negative about the cloak, is the fact that shaders like dog shit sometimes, and the plates also take the off color, which is really unfortunate. But other than that, I think I genuinely do like this set. I just question why they gave it to us when we're going back to the plague lands, sorry, the lands, and they couldn't have given us like a dead Siva type of thing. Would have just been the perfect choice, because again, I understand that Siva is dead. I'm not saying you should have given us like a whole ass Siva alive. Just give us like the Siva pieces that are dead. I think that would have been just such like the best way going forward. I do also think it's pretty terrible that Bungie gave us ornaments that are Siva related. And let's just go into this. Is just a little nitpick that I have about Bungie right now, but like for example, Raiden Flux, specifically this one right here, I don't appreciate that they gave us Siva that's actually alive, because it perpetuates that notion of like, oh shit, like are we gonna see this eventually? And it's like, no, Bungie's made it clear that they don't want to bring back Siva, and it's like, okay, cool, make this not alive, don't give us nanites, don't give us shit like this, make it all dead in game, so that way we don't have that illusion. That's just like a really big nitpick that I have about the game right now, or about specifically that. But for this, honestly, I don't want to showcase too much because I've already made some of the sets right here, like a lot of these sets actually, but I will showcase one just to showcase like where my head's going when I'm doing stuff like this. Definitely not that helmet. I don't know what is it. It doesn't actually, the helmet really doesn't matter. But yeah, like something like this is where like my head would go. Like this actually doesn't look that bad with that helmet, but I don't remember what helmet I was using for this, but this one's also not bad. I think it was this one actually. So yeah, like something like this is like where my head went with Empirical Imperative, and obviously we're gonna do this for the Hunters videos, but yeah, this one looks pretty cool. I really liked it. So Hunters, let me know what you guys think about the set. As for Titans, I'm gonna be honest, I am not the biggest fan of y'all's. I think the helmet's gonna be the best piece from all of them. Well, actually, the Warlock's pretty weird, but yeah, that helmet's pretty dope. The arms, the fact that they went with a bubble instead of like this angular shit is hilarious. The chest piece is symmetrical, which is pretty dope, so I'm not really a big, like, I'm not gonna talk too much shit about the chest piece. Boots, I think, are interesting. I think the mark is interesting as well. The fact that they didn't go for a mark at the back is very interesting. I would have preferred if they followed this and then covered some of the ass, or just went all the way down here. I think that would have been better, just because like leaving it open just looks weird. Shader eyes, again, it's gonna be like the Hunters, but like I said, I think the helmet is gonna be the best piece for the Titans, and the Hunters as well. I think the helmet's just really cool. But the arms are pretty terrible. I think the chest piece has issues. I think that big ass like angular piece in the front's just weird. I think the boots are the only piece where I'm like, I like them, but they're definitely not following the like design of everything else, which is kind of hilarious. Specifically the shoulder, or not shoulder, the thigh pads, like these right here, they don't really follow the design of everything else. It just looks kind of like out of place for me personally, which is kind of like hilarious to me. Yeah, I definitely think this set looks kind of terrible. Is it the worst here? I don't know, because I haven't seen the Warlocks like fully, but like it's just weird. Like the chest feels too big for the arms. The boots feel like out of place with everything else, in my opinion. I didn't mention this for the Hunters, but if you want a set to combine it with, then I actually would show you here. Not that one here. It should be under World. Yeah. So it's going to be Midnight Exigant for all of the classes. This is going to be a good set to combine it with, just because that's going to be very much in the design philosophy of the Seraph set, which is kind of like the whole point. If you guys want to see, actually, I'll showcase it real quick, because I do think I have the boots unlocked already. Yeah, here they are. So you could do something like this. My only gripe is that I think the boots look really cool, but I think the arms is going to be the thing that you're going to want to do. Then actually, I don't think the arms were okay. Hold on. You could also use the Warmind's avatar stuff. That's going to be really cool. That is from Season of the Seraph. So if you did miss out on that, that's very unfortunate. It's also the shader that goes with the Empirical Imperative. But I guess you could do something like this. Where are you? Did I unlock this? No, here it is. You can do something like this. I would probably switch out the shader for like this one or some shit. Yeah, this one looks pretty dope with it. But if I'm being honest, the one that I was actually using with it was this one right here. So, or at least I thought I was. No, I'm pretty sure I was. If I could find, yeah, here it is. So this one, and then actually you could probably switch out the boots for the boots from that one looks pretty cool actually, but that's not the one I was talking about. So I always lose track of these stupid ass boots, bro. We just looked at them too, bro. Like the ones we were just looking at. That's the one I want to put on these bitches. But I know it's not here because this is like stuff that we got ages ago. Do I have them unlocked? Am I being here? I'm being dumb. Okay. So you could do something like that. And then I guess if you really wanted to, you could just use the arms there. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. I'd probably use, actually, I think I made a set for it already. Is it this one? It's not, but this is the first one of the sets that I made with it. But I'm thinking, I think I did make a set. Oh no, I didn't. But I would probably do this one, and then we would go back in there, and then I'd probably switch to shader for this one because this one just came out, and then do the chest piece that we were talking about, this one, and then switch the boots out for the for this one, and that actually looks really cool. I'd probably switch out the shadering, maybe this one. It doesn't look bad, but I probably would do, actually, Yeah, this looks pretty cool. So I would do something like this. This would be pretty cool. The piece would be Vigilant Seraph that I'm using with the Vigilant Seraph mark. And this actually looks pretty decent. I actually don't hate this at all. I think this is really cool. Very angular pieces. A lot of this is angular, so that's kind of like where my head would be going. So shader is the only thing that I'd probably be fighting on this, but like honestly, you could just do this and call it a day and I wouldn't even like give you shit for it. So Titans, let me know what you guys think. And as for Warlocks, I'm gonna be honest, I actually like the boots and the arms a lot. The helmet's a little weird. I don't know how I feel about the twin towers here, but like, it's not the worst shit in the world, mind you. I think the bond is definitely the worst piece here. And the chest piece is pretty decent. This is the first time I'm looking at the chest piece, but let's look at shadering real quick. Just get that out of the way. Yeah, helmet's pretty decent. I'm not like, I don't know. I like the openness of the other two classes, which is why I'm like, I don't know about the twin towers there, but other than that, bro, I think the helmet I can definitely see myself utilizing. Chest piece is pretty interesting in the sense that like I don't think it's the worst shit in the world, but I do think I'm gonna have some trouble with it. That being said, depends on how many like Seraph exotic ornaments we have, if any, for the Warlocks. So at that point, I think I would rather just use like an electronical like inspired set, like for example, just off the top of my head, I would be using Controverse holds. That's one that I would probably put on immediately, just because that purple doesn't change color, this one right here, so I would probably just combine it with purple for that one, for the color right there. That would be pretty interesting. I think the other one that I was thinking of, oh yeah, the Briar Binds. The Briar Binds ornament also would be interesting. This one also, I think you can change the color of it, right? Yeah. So this one I would definitely switch to another shadering as well. Something that like I don't mind too much. You can do something like this, which I think is the shader that is on this ornament. So that's another one you could do. Chromatic Fires. No, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Mantle of Battle Harmony. This one would also be an interesting choice. So there's a few exotics that off the rip I would be like, yeah, I would definitely combine it with that. As for examples, I guess we can do one. I mean, I do have three. Jesus, do I really? Okay, hold on. For this, honestly, yeah, I'll just show you one that I already made because I don't really want to make a new one right now. So this one is one that I've done before, but now that I have the helmet, I probably would put the helmet on that bitch. Yeah, like the helmet with it looks kind of crisp with it. Shader, Title Hope, really good shader. Year 1 shader as well. This one doesn't look terrible, dog. This actually looks pretty decent with it. What about the bond? Let me see the bond real quick. You know what? I would probably end up doing the bond for that instead, and then do the helmet. Probably something else, if I'm being quite honest, bro. Something that's like, oh shit, like honestly, this one or this one. Yeah, actually this one looks really cool with it. Yeah, this actually doesn't look terrible, like genuinely. So yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to make some of these videos for y'all. For this week, okay, so I've already done I've finished the review video for the armor. Once I get this, we'll do a little review for it and then do the class specific, or we'll do the review in the class specific video, so that way we can just do it in all one video, because I don't think this helmet needs 2 videos. But I am excited to pick that up. I will mention, because I didn't mention it before, I will get these 2 eventually. I just don't really have this one I'm honestly just thinking of just waiting until it's for Bright Dust, because they are selling it for Bright Dust. This one I don't know. Honestly, my biggest issue with Bungie right now is just the fact that the store is always gonna have shit to buy, which pisses me off, because this could have been in the game easily. Or just give me the ability to buy it for Bright Dust like right now. That would be better, because I'd buy it right now for Bright Dust if I could. That really irks me that I can't do that for 2 armor sets that we got. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm gonna get mad, but I'm gonna be doing the season pass armor reviews. After that, the exotic videos are already done, so if you were interested in the exotic videos, we're already done with that. I guess I can do the ornaments that we got this season. I just don't know if I really give a shit to do it, these 2 right here. But let me know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.